encounters, and why has it been chosen as a theme of this class? Over the next 15 weeks, we will be finding new ways to define this very capacious term, and its relevance not only to the study of literature, but also the way we look at the world and each other. Encounters form the very core of our human interpretive impulse. To have an encounter is to approach the unknowable and attempt to define it, to make it knowable. For example, when we encounter symbols, we reach into our experience to interpret them. At times, these assumptions we make, based on our prior experience, are correct. But other times, our past experience is not enough, and as a result, our initial assumptions don't align with the symbol's meaning, because we lack the codex, or key to interpret it by. Yet with hard work and perseverance, new kinds of codices can be obtained. For instance, in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, the main characters are inspired by an alien force to draw and sculpt a mountainous shape which will lead them to their destiny. And in Arrival, the fate of the world relies on the protagonist's ability to interpret the non-linear language of an alien species. While the stakes of reading literature aren't as dramatic as establishing extraterrestrial communication, literary analysis follows a similar process of decoding symbols to expand our understanding. Except it's not enough just to recognize the symbols. Instead, we need to understand the context and how these symbols implicate us as an assumed audience of a text. One thing I would like you to take away from this course is that texts are never innocent. They have agendas. They play upon our expectations and our prejudices to seduce us, to surprise us, to educate us, and at times to mock us for our ignorance. Reading a text is like getting initiated into any social group. For instance, it bears similarities to the experiences you may have had as a new student getting acquainted with the ins and outs of Kansas State University, from campus traditions like wearing purple during game days, to understanding an insular language filled with acronyms such as EMA. In a similar way, texts teach us their own vernacular. Each text has expectations of us as an assumed reader. It assumes as much about us as we do it. And I hope through this class and the use of encounters as a unifying theme, we can develop together a set of codices and reading strategies to make you discerning readers and careful writers who will never take the agendas and assumptions of text for granted again.
Now that's a proper introduction.